Welcome back, everyone. If you've been just joined us now or you have been listening, you know it is World Fertility Day today, and we are celebrating here Fertility Solutions, celebrating by doing talks on all of our platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and we're joined by some amazing guests. We have had a few doctors that do a couple of talks with us. And then the next one we have is Tanya. And Tanya is actually situated in the States, and she's joining us live. Hi, Tanya. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I'm so grateful that you took your time out to do this talk. I have no idea what time it is there by you.
So it's almost 1:30.
1:30 afternoon?
In the afternoon, yeah.
Afternoon. Okay, perfect. But thank you very much for taking your time out to do it. Our talk today is going to be on a surrogate, and Tanya is a surrogate, was a surrogate mother, and I'm going to let her share a bit more about her journey. But please, Tanya, tell me a bit more about yourself.
So, hi. I am actually born and raised in Cape Town, South Africa, and then moved to the United States. I'm a divorced single mom of 3 girls, and after my divorce, I decided to look into surrogacy, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, something that I've always thought about when I had my own children. So I basically Googled, and came across a really good agency located in California. So, I applied, I emailed them, and within a day or two, I was approved.
Wow.
But obviously you have to go through the medical screening and then all of their screening. That's how it started. I would say 1 year after my divorce in 2014.
Wow. And what made you decide to become a surrogate?
So like I said, when I had my own children, I thought about it a lot. Like I would always read in the news how women struggle with fertility. And I always thought to myself back then, I would totally do it. So when my divorce was finalized, I made a bucket list of everything that I wanted to do. Wow. And surrogacy was on the top of the list. So, that's when I did my research. That's when I applied. And the process is pretty lengthy because you have to be medically screened. You have to go through a psychological evaluation. And then you have to go through all the testing with your OB. Wow. So I started in 2014, and I was matched with an amazing couple.
Okay. Do you choose the couple or do the couple choose you?
Oh, so the agency, they will send you a list of couples, like top 3. And from there, because they will match you according to your personality, what they know of you. And so from the 3 couples, I chose one. Okay. I read their story, chose them, and within a week or 2, we did a Zoom call because they are international.
Okay. Is it difficult to choose? I mean, you've got 3 couples in front of you. I'm sorry, it's not part of my questions, but for you yourself, is it difficult for you to choose and say, look, this is the couple? Because, ultimately you're giving this couple like the best gift you could give anyone. Like, how do you choose?
So I always go with my gut. I always go with what I have peace with. In every area of my life. So, I read all of their stories, and then I just kept, because they give you a day or 2 to make your selection. And so I just kept being drawn to this one couple because of their incredible, heart-wrenching story. And so I went with them, and it worked out perfectly.
Okay. Is the biological parents with you every step of the way?
Oh, absolutely. They are so invested in this process that their heart and soul is in it. So they want to be there for you. They want to support you from day one. So once you're matched, the agency, they suggest that you meet in person. So even though my couple was international, they flew to the US to meet with me so that we could be certain, that this is what we want to do and that we felt right about it when meeting one another. So,
Wow. What is the connection with the baby you carry?
so the only connection that I had with the baby that I carried, babies that I carry,
Babies, yes.
yeah.
How many times
And
did you do it?
so I've had 5 transfers and 3 healthy baby girls.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, so the only connection you have is that you want this for the mom. There's no there's no tie. Like from the first surrogacy journey that I started, it was so technical, it was so scientific because I have to do all of these injections, I have to go for all of these appointments. I didn't feel like this is my baby. Like I never had that thought cross my mind, because it's more like the surrogate is the champion for the family, like you, their cheerleader, like you really want this to work for them. So there's no feeling of this is my baby that I'm carrying. And every other surrogate that I've been in contact with, because we have a group through the agency, and then we have a private group and we talk to one another. Nobody has ever felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lengthy process to go from being matched to actually having the baby in your belly. It's not just like happens just like that.
Yeah. I just want to put in there that the reason why I really wanted to have you talk about this, because I think there's still I don't think surrogacy gets spoken as much about it in South Africa, or I don't know what the legalities around it is, but people are still afraid, or there's still a big taboo around it, that it's the biological, or the surrogate, sorry, not biological, the surrogate would want to keep the child. And that is the scary part for a lot of women. But in all, we also have to remember that the surrogate has no biology. There's no biological part of that surrogate, carrying that baby. It's all the parents. Am I correct?
Right. So I'm the gestational surrogate. Yes. I'm the vessel. I have no DNA to do with the baby whatsoever. So it's the mom's eggs, the dad's sperm. And in the case of my second couple, it was the dad's sperm, and the mom used an egg donor because of the issues she had with not being able to carry.
Yeah.
So none of my DNA.
That's correct. That's correct. How was the experience for you?
It was an incredible experience. It was one of the best things that I've ever done beside having my own daughters, because you have this amazing relationship with the couple.
Yeah.
And so now they're like my family. We're not blood, but we will always have that relationship. And they've told me from the beginning, they are gonna want to tell the babies when they're old enough to understand. And they are always gonna, update me of the growth and how everything is with them. Awesome. So it's absolute joy. It's like you can't articulate to someone that has not a surrogate, someone that has not been through the process, because when you see the mom's face when she sees her baby for the first time, it's like it's nothing. It's nothing that you can really express in words.
Yes, yes.
So it's because of that I did it a second and third time.
Wow. Was it hard handing the baby over to biological parents?
No, not at all. Because you go in there, you go into the delivery room and the mom is with you, because the dad, they kind of like icky, like it's another woman, they don't want to really see all that. The mom is with you, she's right beside you. And in my case, she was with me. And before I delivered, I told the nurses and everyone around me, I was like, as soon as the baby comes out and the doctor holds the baby, he has to hand it to the mom.
Yes.
Like normally with surrogates, they put it on you. so you can have a
Yes.
skin to skin. And I was like, we are putting the baby on the mom from the
Yes.
get-go. Like, I don't even need to
Yeah.
hold the baby, you
That's
know, because
beautiful.
I wanted her to have that experience that I had when I
Yeah.
had my children.
Oh.
So, yeah, she was right there with me, both of them. I did it for 2 families. So the first couple, one daughter, and then the second couple, I did it twice for them. So they have 2 daughters now.
Wow. Okay. Would you do it again?
Okay, so this is kind of the funny part. So the agency that I was with, their cutoff age is, I think it's like 40, right?
Yes.
Dependent upon your medical history. So I started when I was like 39 going on to 40. That was with my first surrogacy. So in OB standards, that's kind of old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2016, I delivered one baby girl at like, you know, around that age. And then June of 2018, I delivered another baby girl and I was like 41. And then
Wow.
last year, I delivered another baby girl just before COVID hit, and I was
Yeah.
about to be like 44.
Wow.
So they will tell you when, you know, you have to be a certain age, but if you've already done it one time and you don't have more than a certain amount of pregnancies, the
Yeah.
agency will allow you to do it again. But they do
Wow.
have like a number where they will be like, okay, we can't allow you to do it again. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Would you recommend anyone wanting to be a surrogate or intended parents thinking of using a surrogate to go ahead with this process?
Absolutely. So I kind of know, you know, in South Africa, it's fairly new. It's not as well known and talked about as it is here in the US.
Yeah.
So I would really recommend it, but I would say you have to have a really good, reputable agency
Yeah.
to go through with, you know, for the surrogate. And also a support system, like really be certain that this is what you want to do and this, you know, you're going to follow through with it.
Yeah.
Because it's just such an incredible thing that you're doing. So you have to be 100% certain I'm really going to do this and I'm really going to put
Yeah.
my time and my effort into this process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you very much, Tanya. It was such a pleasure chatting to you. You're an
oh, thank
absolute lovely
you.
lady, and
Thank
I just want to honor you for giving another couple out there. I mean, two couples, you know, helping them through their journey of infertility. It's something absolutely beautiful that you've done for couples out there. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was wonderful talking to you.
The pleasure. Have a great afternoon.
Yeah.
Have a great afternoon, and we hope to chat again soon. Thanks,
Okay.
Tanya.
All righty. Bye-bye.